Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to MPL Insider Beyond the Books. I'm Tim.
I'm Emily.
And if today is any indication, it's going to be a little bit screwball. As you can tell, we're crammed into my desk area because for some reason StreamYard decided that Emily was the devil.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why, but we can't access Emily. But welcome, everyone, and welcome to our show today. We're going to get to our guests in just a little bit. But before we do, we thought we would launch right into what's going on at the library that you may not know about. Didn't Emily do a great job with that graphic? Even though it seems like awesome. I'm putting myself so much far in front of her. She's realistically only 6 inches behind me, but it looks like she's about 5 feet behind me.
Oh, you can't. Oh.
Why are you? I don't have antenna, and I think everyone knows that you're bringing peace to the.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Wow. Sorry. I didn't expect to get scolded.
Well, expect anything today. So, what we're going to bring up today is something you may have heard about, something that you may not have heard about, and that thing is the NASCAR Day Give-a-thon to benefit Friends of Manitowoc Public Library, which is going on right now as we speak. It continues until 7 p.m. tomorrow night, and what this is that the NASCAR Foundation is celebrating the 75th anniversary of their sport. As a result, they decided to do a national fundraiser for nonprofits across the country because they realize that nonprofits can always use a little bit of help. And fortunately, C. Hafer Broadcasting was really nice enough to let us know that this was going on and to cue us into it. So we joined up, and the thing that we're focusing on is the Friends, because the Friends do a lot of great things for the library.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and it's very, wonderful that this is what we're featuring today, because we're going to be talking about the summer reading program in just a little bit here, which the Friends are a huge supporter of.
Huge. And the thing is, the Friends help throughout the year, but probably no more so are they more involved than with children's programming during the summer reading program. And one of the angles that the sponsorship is taking is they wanted to focus on things that benefit children and communities around the country. So we couldn't think of a better group than the Friends to focus on. Now, as you can see at the bottom of this graphic, where you can go to donate is www.nascardaygiveathon.org. That's their homepage. In the center of the page, there is a search bar that says find a charity or find an organization, and just type in Friends of Manitowoc Public Library. It'll pop right up, and it'll just click on their icon and you'll get sent to their page. So that is the long and the short of that.
Yeah, and any support is awesome support. So.
Oh, most definitely. And, there are certain levels where you get incentive prizes like T-shirts, commemorative coins. If you're really a high roller and wanted to donate in the neighborhood of $750, I believe it is, you get a replica helmet. Now, if you love NASCAR and just have, I don't know, a bunch of cash lying around, you can go ahead and get that replica helmet for you. But any amount is great, because it's the little amounts that add up that really make fundraisers work. And so I do need to mention this is exclusively an online fundraiser. So you do need to go to that www.nascardaygiveathon.org address to donate. And thank you in advance for your generosity. So
moving along.
We
always like to talk about ourselves a little bit, maybe just
because we're fascinating.
At least we think about so. As fascinating as it gets.
In this office, at any rate. So, one of our guests keeps popping away.
Meredith, where did you go?
I don't know. I think she's worried she's freezing. Anyway, but everything's fine. We panicked too soon. So we had on a previous episode, I'm going to lean in so I'm not blurry. Yes. It's like finding the right combo. Oh, there we go.
Your color, I think, today.
Is it my color?
Well, it's the combination of the grayness of the the blinds with the blue and then like the grayish kind of beard you got going on.
Life
so I feel
is-
like you're kind of just like they're losing you.
That's so complicated.
I'm just gonna hold my arm in front of your face. Oh my God.
Sorry, I went zombie for a second there. Oh, also, we always forget to mention this, but let's mention it up top today. If you have any questions for us or for our guests, any comments, just type them into the comments and questions box on either Facebook or YouTube, whatever you're watching. And we'll get to them when we bring our guests on or at the end if there are questions or comments about us. So, but like Emily said, we like to talk a little bit about ourselves because to us, we're fascinating. So one time we talked about our actual children. And now I think we're going to talk about our smellier, smaller children. Hairier. Yes, for the by and large hairier.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all mammals after. But our pets.
Yes.
And so Emily, would you like to get rolling?
Sure.
You want to go first? Which pet would you like to talk about first?
Well, let's start with the first one at the top there. We'll talk about my cat Floyd. She is an
a fan of blats.
Little. Yeah, she's a beer drinker, obviously. No, she's a wonderful gray cat named Floyd, and yes, she is a she with that name. Everyone thinks that she's a boy, but no, it's a girl. Rescued her from the Humane Society probably close to 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago, something like that.
How old is she now?
Well, it's a guess. I mean, they thought she was a year old when I adopted her because, well, she was found as a stray, and she was found around Christmas time. So her intake name that they gave her was Christmas.
Oh.
And so that's why I called her Floyd, so that it could be like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. Okay. Anyways. But she's a spunky little cat. She kind of hates everything, including her dogs. She's missing one of her fangs, so her lip often gets stuck up like in her mouth, and she always looks like she's very disappointed in me.
Oh no. Yeah. Is she?
I'm sure she is.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Yeah, so that's Floyd.
All right.
On to the next. This is our newest pet, Norman. He's a black lab. Also
much wetter than Floyd.
Yes.
At least currently.
Just in that picture, yeah. He loves the water. I mean, he is a lab. He is a ball of energy. We also got him from a rescue from like kind of, I think, a puppy mill sort of situation near the Madison area. But he's very, very sweet. He loves our son. But he doesn't understand. Like, he will just plow right through you. He doesn't like move over. You are just an obstacle to him. So yeah, that's Norman.
An obstacle to what?
I don't know. Just
treats.
Just
living life.
Like you're not important enough to go around. Like, I'm just going to blow right through you.
Wow. Well, it's good to know he has so much that he needs to get to.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's getting, I think, close to 100 pounds now, if not 100 pounds.
Okay.
He's kind of a little more puppyish looking in that picture.
He doesn't look like he's that big, but on to the biggest of your.
Yeah, and our biggest dog, or our biggest pet, and our biggest baby, Milton. He's a Pyrenees mixed with Husky and Retriever. We also got him from a rescue down in Oklahoma. And he is scared of everything, but he is so sweet. He thinks he's a lap dog. Loud noises scare him. And he is massive, as you can see pictured with my son. My son is a little bit younger in that picture, but
your son is actually 6 feet tall. Isn't that correct?
Oh, you're talking about my husband or my son?
No, your son. That's Milton, the big yellow dog.
Oh, yes.
You're fast. You're quick.
Yeah. So Milton's like 100, getting close to 140 pounds.
Wow.
He's a really big dog. Actually, our other dog Norman takes us on more of a walk than Milton does. Milton is actually fairly decent, but yeah. So those are my other hairy, smelly kids.
Those are your hairy, smelly kids.
Yep.
Well, I'll bring our hairy, smelly kid into the mix, which much smaller than Milton for sure. Well, both Milton and Norman.
Yeah.
But from the picture of the head here, it'll look as if she's much bigger. This is our dog. Hello! Oh my God, that's terrifying. That is our pug Trilby. And really, that's about actual size of her head.
Wow.
Trilby is someone that came into our family about 4 years ago, I would say. She used to be a grand champion, believe it or not. And I'll show you a video in a bit of her that will lead you to believe, like, how was this dog ever a grand champion? But she wasn't. She was also a very sought after breeding dog. And now she is, well, our names for her are Chubbs McGee. And Chubbs McGee is probably the Bigglesworth, also Wattlesworth the clown. But she is a lovely pug. She loves my wife so much. Mara is never without Trilby around her. She follows her around. And if she thinks she's going to get a treat, that's the only time you see the grand champion in her coming up, because she does an actual little trot. But this is more frequently now. She's almost 12 years old now. Yeah. And this is more the view of Trilby that you typically get. Asleep.
Just like a sausage.
Yeah, she's like a big warm bag of loosely constituted porridge. Essentially, is what she is. But she's a very nice dog. She's a little demanding when she thinks it's treat time or dinner time, because she knows. But fortunately, she really bothers Mara about it. And then if Mara doesn't come, she comes to complain. She'll come to me and be like, "Do you see what I have to live with?" And that's essentially it. But
does she snore?
Oh boy, does she snore! It's such a little body, but the entire thing is one big liquid resonator, and you can hear her anywhere in the house when she's asleep.
The way her skin flap was folding over her nose, I imagine.
Oh yeah. That's no joke. That is a nose, believe it or not, under that skin flap. So I'm going to bring us back into the picture quickly, just so that I can show you this video quickly. And this was something that I saw our dog do one time, and I decided to actually, there we go. I decided to film it. And so this lovely, let me change to a more neutral background here so that, all right. And there we go. And the video should be popping up. One of Toby's favorite activities. Watch closely. It's very subtle. And dog down. That really is pretty much how she preoccupies herself, and then she will roll around and roll around and roll around, and
unbelievable.
And then she'll stop, and she will lay there forever. But those are our animals, and thank you. Oops. Nope, that is not what I meant to do. We got a little preview of one of our guests that are coming on the show, and let me change the background so that we are not utterly distracted. So let us now bring in our guests. And would you care to announce our guest today? And as you do, I will pop them onto the screen.
Sure. So today we have our Youth Services Manager, Sharon, and as well as Meredith, the Adult Services Librarian.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, Meredith, you're frozen, I think.
Meredith, you are frozen again. Meredith will be back. I don't know. Meredith's room must be very chilly today, or excited about the car ferry coming in. I'm not sure. But Sharon, how are you?
I'm great. I loved watching about the dogs.
Who doesn't love a dog?
Do you have any pets that you would care to discuss?
I have no pets. I have, stuffed animals at my desk, but those are the only pets I have. A child is enough.
Well, and stuffed animals are far less smelly than actual pets.
I've got plenty of them here. So,
Meredith, any pets that you would like to
on
the show today?
I have two rescue dogs, Lacey and Elvis. And Elvis doesn't like people other than me, really. He tolerates Matt. And Lacey loves everyone. Yeah, well, there's that. So, but yeah, they're both rescues. They're both kind of, Elvis has a lot of trauma that he is dealing with from before he was rescued. And I believe that has impacted how fearful he is of people. But yeah.
Sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, they're great dogs.
We'll go right into asking questions. So we'll kind of go about it like this. I think every time if we ask a question, we'll start with Sharon and then we'll have Meredith answer next. So our first question is why don't you guys just take a moment to talk about what you guys do at the library? So Sharon, if you want to start.
I'm sorry about the lighting too. I'm a little wonky here, but you can still see me, right? So
Yes,
so
but
I'm
gesticulate wildly. There we go. Jazz hands.
So I'm the Youth Services Librarian here at Manitowoc Public Library. I've been here 7 months. I'm very excited to welcome my first summer and summer reading program. So I work with the Children's Librarians and Associates to welcome patrons of all ages, families, story timers, and just getting ready and excited to start our summer reading program here in a few weeks.
Awesome.
Cool.
And well, actually, what I'll do is I think we'll ask her our second question, and then we'll let Meredith answer the
All right.
after. So, what is it that you like to do when you're not at the library?
I like to come to libraries. I like to go to all libraries. Well, I am a big reader, but I love to do stuff with my daughter. We love to get outside, go to different parks. I actually live in Green Bay, so there's a lot of great park areas for us to visit there. And, Fan's Pet, we go, take our bikes and just play on the playground and just be outside when the weather's nice, really.
Well, and since you don't have a pet, you never have to worry about bringing bags with you when pets do what pets do.
I don't. My daughter is trained, so
That is very important.
I don't have to worry about that. So, yeah.
I'm sure that she'll be very happy that you disclosed that to the public.
I mean, she's 16, so she better be, right? So, she'll be embarrassed, of course, that I said that, right?
Well, sure. But if you're not doing that, then you're not really doing all of your job.
Are you really doing your job as a mother?
No. And I am, I brought her here to Manitowoc a couple times. Actually, I just went down and saw the the SS Badger come in for the first trip. We like being on the water. We live very close to Sturgeon Bay, so like to go up to Door County. So those are fun things I like to do. So it really seems natural working here at Manitowoc, being so close to the water.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Now, Meredith, we're going to swap you out in the big picture with Sharon. So what do you do at the library?
Well,
For all those who don't know.
I know. I am the Public Services Librarian here, and I do a variety of things. I help a little bit with the adult collection downstairs, with adding and withdrawing materials. I work the service desk downstairs. That's where most of the public sees me, is helping people find items and use our resources. I do adult programming. I unjam copy machines. Emily, what else do we do downstairs?
Oh gosh.
I know.
No, the better question is, what don't we do?
Exactly. So we do a lot. So I love it here because my day is different every day, and it's very stimulating for me and keeps me on my toes.
Awesome. Well, okay. And what do you like to do when you're not doing all those things, if you have energy to do anything else?
I know. I have been attempting to train my dogs to use the talking dog buttons.
Ooh, that's fun.
So that's been frustrating and interesting. They know what all the words on the buttons say, but they refuse to touch the buttons themselves.
Dogs! Why do they refuse to take our commands?
But I'm still working on it, and I keep getting told consistency is the key, and eventually they may or may not catch on. So we'll see what happens.
How old are they?
What?
How old are they?
Lacey just turned 6 and Elvis is 5.
Okay.
So they're not old. And Lacey, she definitely, I press the outside button and she goes to that door. She knows exactly what that is. I honestly, because Elvis, they suspect he was completely rolled over by a vehicle before he was rescued, because he's got a permanent limp and some other health issues as a result. We don't know what kind of brain damage he had as a result of that. So I don't have, and I feel bad saying this, and I love him dearly. He's a great, wonderful dog, but I don't have high expectations for him for this. I just don't think it's for him. But I think Lacey can do it, and I think she knows what I want her to do, but I think she is extremely stubborn. Like she's being Lacey. She's got that stubborn, resting hound face, and she looks at you and you're just like, yep. I know what that means.
RHF.
Yeah.
Resting hound face.
Resting hound face. Yeah. Our dog has resting hound face as well.
Yeah. So I think she's just stubborn. I think she's so smart. She's trying to out-stubborn me, and she wins a lot. So, anyway.
They always win. They always win.
They do.
You said pressing the outdoor button. I see that Sharon has pressed either the Seinfeld or the comedy button. Welcome back.
I was so dark.
I mean, come on, Sharon. What is it with the brick wall behind you?
I thought putting a different background would brighten up my face.
How did you wind up against a brick wall? I do the worst Seinfeld, but I'm not afraid to do it.
I know, and now you can't.
Blinds behind you.
I don't know what you could. Do you have a flashlight? And you could tell just exclusively scary stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you have to close the blinds that are like furthest from you behind you, because that brings a lot of light behind you.
Oh my God, she reached through a brick wall.
My God.
Oh,
This is amazing.
she's an X-Men.
There's also a magic show going on today.
So much magic. It's such
And
a
I'm
magical-
still dark, but
You're still dark. Well,
It's okay. Yeah, but I garden.
Would you care to describe your face to the viewers?
just me and my brick wall here.
Okay, Sharon, we know that also your time is a little crunched today, so we're going to move to you right away so that we can get everything in. Summer reading program from the youth services standpoint. Tell us what it's all about and who can participate.
So the summer reading program at Manitowoc Public Library is for all ages, and Meredith can speak to the adult program, but for children and teens, it's pretty easy. The program runs June 12th through August 12th. You can sign up now, and you can pre-register, but you can't begin logging your reading until June 12th. And come into the library, or you can log in online. We make it really simple for you. If you're a tech person, you can do it online via the Beanstack app. If you're not a tech person, we do have paper trackers. So for all of your, the super techies and the not techies. And we're just asking that you read 5 days a week. Every 5 days you read, you will earn a prize. So it's pretty simple. You don't have to read the whole day, obviously. Read 10 minutes one day, half hour another day. It's just a fun, kind of self-directed thing. Read anything you want. You don't have to read big, heavy novels. Even audiobooks count.
Yep.
So,
and you can count being read too, right?
Absolutely. So especially in the children's department, we work with a lot of kids, babies, toddlers who can't read yet. And, even Emily, your child's probably not reading on his own yet. So yes, read.
Neither is Emily, in all fairness.
No.
I mean, I
I
understand.
actually don't know how to read still.
Secret
The
shade.
dogs can't apply for the summer reading program, but
Can
the
or
little
can't?
set. So yes,
Okay.
reading too.
What are some potential prizes people can win
So
for reading?
for the children's and teen program, for sure, you're going to get the first week's prize is a new book. So add to your personal library a book that you get to take home and keep. We also have in the children's department some arts and crafts items, gift cards to local establishments, places that people love, Quick Trip, restaurants that you're all familiar with, passes to get into some of the places we know and love, such as the Maritime Museum, Farm Wisconsin, other things like that. So really, not only do you get books, you can win fun prizes. Kids can get some age appropriate trinkets and experiences. We really want you to experience what Manitowoc in the area has to offer.
Are there any edible insects this year?
So we have some edible insects. We're not quite sure what we're going to do with them yet.
Well, if you wind up not getting rid of them, just drop them by my office.
We do have some flavorful crickets. We don't know if they're going to be prizes or if we're going to use them when we go out to the schools to kind of, show the kids that, librarians are very daring and can eat bugs. So
Will you be eating bugs?
that will not be me.
That will be someone else.
I will use my powers as a manager. I will use my powers of delegation to.
Are those the powers that also enable you to go through solid brick walls? But I ate some of the edible crickets last year, and honestly, They taste exactly like soy nuts.
Correct.
There's no difference at all, except when they start moving in your mouth because you rehydrate them, they come back to life.
And
That's a lie. That's 100% lie. It's a lie.
And they're flavored. It's like having a sour cream and onion chip in your mouth.
That has antennas and legs.
I mean, stuck in your teeth. Right.
That texture sounds very appealing.
Honestly, it's like eating, like you said, sour cream and onion. It's like eating sour cream and onion air, because once you bite them, it's just like a husk. You bite it, it's just like, and it's just gone. It's just gone. It's just not there. Yeah. So, let's see. Can you mention some programs quick before you get to go? Because before we get to go, we have some questions for you.
Well, we do have some fun programs. Thank you for mentioning that. We are bringing the alpacas from London Dairy Farm in Two Rivers. They're going to be coming in July. Awesome. Very excited about that. We have Jim Lenz, who is a nationally known magic and scientist, who's going to be coming to do some programs to fascinate children of all ages. And my favorite, our summer reading kickoff in the children's department, will be Elephant and Piggy from the Mo Willems Elephant and Piggy books. They will be doing our kickoff. They'll be here June 13th and 14th. We'll be doing 3 story times with them, including an ice cream party. So check our website, check our calendar. They're really wonderful, fun-loving characters, and I think the little kids are either going to love them to death or be afraid of how big they are. So
that's a nice crapshoot, though. One or the other.
Yeah.
And no matter what, there's ice cream.
So yeah, we have a Tuesday night ice cream event. We will be, and Meredith can talk about too, on June 8th. We're going to be doing a summer reading registration event at Cedar Crest.
Oh, cool.
So that's a fun thing. You can get some ice cream, sign up, meet us, have fun, get some calendars. So we're moving pretty fast. It's May, but summer is just a few weeks away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sharon, we know you have to leave, but before you do, we have a couple quick questions for you. Meredith, I'm going to have to ask you to remove your headset and not unplug it, because you will be getting, there we go. I didn't even have to tell her why. So Sharon, here we go with. All right, so I'm going to bring us back to all being like same size. Meredith, I'm going to take you out of the picture, but don't.
I can't hear you.
Don't leave. I'm taking you out of the picture, but don't leave. Keep those on. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Don't leave. I'm taking you out of the picture, but don't leave.
Okay.
But keep your headphones off.
Yeah, keep your headphones off. All right. So, Sharon, here are 6 of the most important questions in the world.
First one is, how do we know you are not a robot?
I can walk through brick walls.
That seems like a robot thing. How do we know you're not a robot?
I was just going to say, you're not helping yourself here.
You're sticking with walking through?
I am.
As your all right, fair enough. What song would make the best theme song for your life?
Oh. In My Life by the Beatles?
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
If you could relive one day of your life, which one would it be?
Relive one day of my life?
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably this morning with you giving me these questions before I came on.
Well, what fun would that be?
That's the beauty of the questions, is the randomness of the answers.
So spending time with us is the one moment you would relive.
It absolutely is.
Gosh darn it.
Good answer.
That's amazing.
I promised myself I wasn't going to cry today, but
okay.
I don't know. Oh, let me get my glasses on to read the next question. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Avocado.
Ooh,
oh, good call.
I love avocados.
They are delicious.
Without pause. Love them.
Nice. If you suddenly became a giant, what would be your biggest inconvenience?
Not being able to use the teeny tiny toilet in the children's room.
I mean, maybe you could rip the roof off and access it that way.
Toilet.
It's still a small toilet.
I just squat in Lake Michigan.
That's a good one. All right, and here is the most important question. If you were stranded on a desert island forever with no hopes of rescue, Who would you rather be stuck with, Emily or Tim?
Oh, I love you, Emily, but I would pick Tim because I think Tim would be super resourceful in trying to get us off the island. He would crack me up, and he would use that time to impress upon me his knowledge of grammar and punctuation.
And before you go, and then you can go. Thank you for choosing me. That was the right choice, by the way.
No, it was not. But
Wyatt,
that was the first time you picked.
I said I love you, Emily.
She did say she loved. Why do you hate Oxford commas so much? What did they do? Does an Oxford
They're
comma owe you money?
And in most cases, you don't need them, and I think they should just go away.
Well, I disagree with you, but you did use superfluous, so I can't argue with that.
It's
well,
a good word.
Thank you for coming on. We're getting you out of here only a couple minutes late, so thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye. Bye.
Bring Meredith back in.
Meredith back in, and Sharon's gone. Bye, Sharon. All right, Meredith, welcome back.
Hello.
So, if you freeze, just keep coming back in.
That's what I plan on doing. I've
All right.
frozen like 3 times already.
I know. Do you know why?
Okay.
Does this happen a lot?
I don't know.
Can you walk through brick walls?
No.
No.
I like how there was like a hesitation of like,
Maybe.
Can I?
Maybe.
Can I?
I've probably tried once or twice. It hasn't gone well. So
is there anything with summer reading that you want to add that Sharon left out? I mean, I would love it if you could tell us about some of the programs that are going to be happening, but if there's anything at least like pertaining to the program.
Yes. So Sharon focused mostly on the teen and the youth program. For those of you who don't know, there is an adult summer library reading program, and it actually has been going on for, I want to say, close to a decade. And it has prizes as well. It's the same format as the kids program. So every 5 days you get a prize, and you would just come in. Either you can log your reading via Beanstack, the app that we use here at MPL, or when you register, if you don't want to use an app and you want to use paper, you can pick up a paper tracker, and then you could just bring your paper tracker in and get your reading logged by staff at a service desk, and then get your prizes that way.
And it's every 5 days, right?
Yep, every 5 days.
They don't have to come in like every 5 days. They could wait a week or two, but I think we did want to point out that prizes may be limited. So if you wait until the end to redeem your prizes, just know that it may be slim pickings or some things may be gone.
Yes. So the prizes are while supplies last. We do try to purchase and get enough prizes for everyone in the program so that we don't run out of anything. But sometimes stuff happens.
Well, and sometimes you can never predict, if we'll have like a stellar year where we get like, double the amount of signups as we did last year.
Yes. Like Emily said, you can come in whenever you want. We encourage you to come in at least once before the program, before you read your total of 30 days to complete the program, to get your prizes. Because like Emily said, it's while supplies last. So this year's prize structure, if you participated last year, it's very similar to last year. We have some categories for the adult program. We have gift cards that will be available that people can win from various businesses. Some of those businesses donated gift cards. Others, the friends donated gift cards that we went and purchased money for. The friends are a huge supporter. They basically... they support the adult and the youth summer reading program every year, and they've done that for quite a while now. So we have book accessories for adult prizes, gift cards, home accessories, and we have an adult treasure box, which has fun things in there. There's some games in there, color changing squeeze balls for when you're stressed out, playing cards, just kind of fun little things that you might enjoy doing while you're, waiting for that one concert you're going to start or something.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. Programming wise.
Yes.
What do we have going on, Tim? We have adult programming as well.
It's true.
Yeah.
But let's see, we have the only things that pop to mind are the things that I help to organize, which is dumb.
That's how
But
I
it's
am too.
we have the Bruin Bee coming up in July in partnership with Pet Skull, which is an adult spelling bee. Registration for that opens June 1st, and it's a lot of fun.
So much fun.
We were working on the word list today, and I don't know. It's just a lot of fun to come and watch, even if you don't participate.
Yeah.
We're having a virtual cooking tutorial 3 times this summer called At Home with Andrew. Andrew Dunlap is a local chef.
Dunbar.
Andrew Dunbar. I'm sorry. I knew someone named Michael Dunlap, and now Andrew Dunbar. If you're watching, please excuse me. But we're going to be doing things that it looks like you got it at a restaurant, but it's not. It's just it's home cooking. Meredith, you have what?
Yep.
What do you?
Some walking tours.
Yep, I
You
have
have
a
the
couple
Manitowoc?
walking tours I'll be doing. I'm doing them on Tuesday night because I'm hoping. I don't think there's any major adult or downtown events happening, which would bring a lot of traffic on 8th Street because it's hard for people to hear me when there's a lot going on downtown. So I chose Tuesday nights. So you look for one in June and one in July. You have to register for that. We have Cats on Mats. And this Cats on Mats in July, we are celebrating. We're not celebrating.
Well, we're celebrating the life.
Yeah.
Yes, we're
life and the
celebrating
memory
the
of
life
Scooter.
of Scooter. And there will be a cake. And we're doing a donation drive here at the library for the Lakeshore Humane Society during June and July in honor of Scooter. And Scooter inspired the program. I'm sure Kate has talked about this when she's talked about Cats on Mats. Kate is the yoga instructor who does that program. And she started it actually at the Lakeshore Humane Society. And then we continued it here at the library and partnered with the Humane Society and Kate. And Scooter was the kitty she adopted that kind of inspired the whole program for Cats on Mats. So we are honoring Scooter in July. So come and do yoga and then eat cake. That would be a ton of fun. And then we're also there's some badging classes happening for the Glowforge and the 3D printer. I'm trying to think, what else do we have?
Do we have any gardening classes coming up this summer?
Not this summer. We
Okay.
just had a native plants program, which was really good. Jim did such a great job last week. And then in the fall, we have a seed saving program.
Okay.
There was no gardening that we planned this summer.
But the one thing, to do a very casual tie-in is that don't forget about the seed library.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
another thing, if you don't know, we have a seed library now. We started that in March and it's been going really well. People are checking out seeds. We would like to encourage you to contact the library and let us know if you planted the seeds, how it's going. We want to hear gardening stories that we could, we just want to hear about how it's all going. I know there are some seeds that I have checked out that nothing happened. And then I have some that did. So I have some seeds where I have too many plants already. So I don't know. We want to hear about your gardening stories from the seeds you checked out at the seed library.
cool.
Yeah.
How would someone go about sharing stories?
That's a really great question, Emily. We don't have a specific avenue for that, but if you want to just go to our website and click on the contact us link, where is it?
Yeah, it's like comments and questions or something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. And you can send us pictures that way. You can contact us that way. Or if you just want to email me, that's fine as well.
Yeah, if you'd like to email Meredith or you'd like to email me, I just put it out there. If you want to email Meredith directly, just take the T off and put an M there.
Yes.
It's Gadzinski at manitowoc.org. Or you can always contact me and I would let Meredith know. That's Gadzinski at manitowoc.org. So Gadzinski or Gadzinski. Either way works.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's a good way to get in touch with us with those stories. And that's a great point. And I wanted to bring up one other thing. not about the seed library, but you had mentioned the Cats on Mats classes. Once you see those pop up, if you're interested, register right away, because those spots disappear fast, and the waiting lists even fill up fast. So don't hesitate. Don't sleep on things.
The last class filled up in, I want to say, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the spots were gone.
It's really quick. So if there's something that interests you just about things in general, just register and get on it right away. So great. Well, thank you for all the info, Meredith. And now let's get to what we made you take your headphones off before, because it is now time for... Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Perfect.
Okay, first question. How do we know you are not a robot?
Oh, I've never thought about this. How do we know? Well, I bleed. So if you cut me open, I bleed.
If we stab you.
Okay, so
I mean, that's a physical
so you're
way to
recommending if people want to know if you're not a robot that they stab you.
Well, I'm not recommending it.
It's
And
not
if all the
recommended, but there's a solid chance that that's what would happen.
Yeah. I have like bruises on my body. So
That sounds like something the Terminator could do. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
People are
and
really
I
good at
guess-
makeup
and
these days.
and I've seen shows where like robots bleed a little. So I don't even know if that's proof.
But you'd bleed a lot, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I would bleed a lot. It depends on where you stab me. But yeah, if you hit an artery, I'm goner.
Good to
And
know.
moving along.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. There's only one question that has an absolute right answer, and you'll know when we get to it.
Okay.
What song would make the best theme song for your life?
Oh, I'm so bad at this. I never remember names or artists. I drive my
Could
husband
Be a hard
crazy.
question,
You
too.
could sing it.
No, I really can't do that.
Give a dramatic reading of any lyrics you remember.
Let me think. I would say maybe It's My Life by Bon Jovi.
All right.
Oh, I wouldn't have expected that.
I might have expected that from Laura,
Yeah,
but
from
I wouldn't have
Laura.
expected a Bon Jovi.
No, and I'm
song.
not a huge Bon Jovi fan. It just, it's my life and I make choices.
All right.
So
All right.
there we go.
Fair enough.
If you could relive one day of your life, which one would it be?
One day of my life.
Probably the one where you didn't get stabbed.
Yeah, that would be a bad day. I want to
That'd be a bad
relive.
day.
Honestly, I had so much fun at my wedding. I would want to relive that. It was so much fun. I had so much fun.
And you did the Las Vegas thing.
Yeah,
right?
we
You
did.
did Elvis marry you?
Yes, and it was the best Elvis. So when I agreed to this, because my husband is a big Elvis fan, and now I am too. But at the time, I was kind of like, well, this could be really good, or this could be really awful, because you could get a really bad Elvis impersonator, and it would be awful in a good way, like good bad. But he was so good. He was the owner of the wedding chapel, and the ceremony was probably less than 5 minutes long, but it still felt original. Like he did a really good job, and he made the whole thing a lot of fun. So
Cool.
That's awesome.
Awesome. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would that one thing be?
pizza.
Any particular pizza or just any kind?
Nothing with chicken on it, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty open. But I like pizza, like traditional pizza. I don't like the white sauce with chicken and other ingredients on it. I like the pepperoni sausage pizza. Like when you think
Red
about
sauce.
Yeah,
So
the
you're
red
telling
sauce.
me you'd hate the pesto artichoke chicken pizza I made.
I wouldn't hate it, but because I like all those things. I don't like them on pizza though.
All right.
But if I were to choose a particular pizza, I would choose the Waverly pizza with Waverly sauce and the works.
Oh.
from Waverly in Two
Sounds-
Rivers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very
Very
good.
pizza.
Unsolicited plug.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so yummy.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Great.
sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
All right. If you suddenly became a giant, what would be your biggest inconvenience?
Buying shoes.
Legit.
Yeah.
That is a legit
I
answer.
mean,
Because
literally
your
any
feet would
garment.
be huge,
Yeah.
and that would be very difficult.
I mean,
I would be barefoot. I would
undies
be a
and-
barefoot giant.
Barefoot giant. Who knows where to find giant underwear?
big bra.
Oh, there's that too.
A big bra.
All the clothes.
Come to the big bra store, all you
Literally
giants out there.
boulder holder.
Oh, I just see lots of problems, not just one.
Yeah.
But it starts with shoes.
It starts, well, that's what first comes to mind, yeah.
All right.
It starts with
Or,
shoes.
now here's the important one. The
Mhm.
one that has the right answer. If you were stranded on a desert island forever with no hope of rescue, who would you rather be stuck with? Emily or Tim?
Emily.
Wow, she didn't even that was so easy. Well, but today we split. Today we
did.
split, and I will
I-
take that victory.
But I think
Because you paid people,
so
you
far.
paid, I think I have 8 and you have 3.
What?
but-
How is that possible?
I asked independently.
Because when we have issues at the service desk, Emily is like one of the best people to have as backup.
That may be true, but I've never seen it, so I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I've experienced
She does
it.
have minty
She's
fresh breath
fantastic.
right now, though.
I do have minty fresh breath, but I've got kind of a cold right now, and I just don't want, like, I don't know. I feel like it's like blocking the germs from.
Which means I'm going to have a great weekend.
You're gonna be probably
Well,
sick in a
Welcome
day
to
here.
sickness. All right. Well, Meredith, thank you so much for coming on today. I hope you had a good time. It was fun having you on, and you froze a couple of times, but
Yeah, I
not,
did.
you know, not
That's
you,
an important
your
thing.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well, thank you.
thank you for coming, and thanks for, sharing stories about you beyond the library, and also just all the summer reading program
Mhm.
information.
Yeah, thank you. It
All
was
right.
fun to be on.
Awesome. Au revoir.
Bye.
All right, that was fun.
Excuse me.
No,
know.
I'm preparing for tomorrow.
I know. Oh, Don't try.
So our tagline for the show initially was always on time, never on topic.
mhm.
It should also be always on time, never on topic, and very rarely are we going to make the half-hour time.
I
frame.
know. Yeah. So I don't know if we had ever explained that on a previous show, that like when we came up with the show, we decided that this was going to be a half-hour max. And so far, I think the least or the smallest time frame we've had so far, the shortest, was 45 minutes.
Yeah, and today we blown that out of the water. In all fairness, for us, we did have 2 guests on today, though.
We did. And we also spent like 10 minutes just talking about our dogs, which I mean, honestly, should have been 20 minutes.
Right. I mean, they were good pictures, and I have a video of our dog falling over like a dope.
Yeah.
On the
Like
lawn.
one of those like fainting goats or whatever.
She has many things in common with a fainting goat. Well, thank you for joining us today. If you like this, tell people to head to our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. This is going to be archived forever. I thought Sharon and Meredith were a lot of fun.
Yeah. No,
great
and
guests today.
Who do we have next month? We've
Next
got
month we have Laura
Yeah.
Schreiner coming up.
June 15th. No, wait. Yes. No, June 22nd.
June 22nd.
changed it,
June
yeah.
22nd. We had to change that because of a conflict I had. But Laura will be on.
She's the interlibrary loan associate. A lot of people know who Laura is around here, and I mean, I would be lying if I said everybody, everyone just loves her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be lying.
Laura's
I would
great.
be lying. I'm confusing myself now.
You would not
Everybody
be lying.
loves Laura. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're so very articulate. But thank you for putting up with the mess at the start of the show. We really were scrambling because we don't know why Emily's computer decided not to love her being on StreamYard. So
Yeah.
we're on a very small frame, and but thank you for watching today. I had a great time, and
Yeah.
until next time, this is Tim signing off.
This is Emily. Bye.
Bye. Have great weeks.